What's happening, fam? L.A.R. movement still moving. Book is entitled Lessons from a Non-Custodial Father at Amazon, Kindle, and Create Space. Link will be in the description box below as usual. Go get it. PayPal link there also. They asked me to put it up, so I'll pull it up. This video is entitled Coaches Can Be Bullies Too. This little Izzo situation with Coach Izzo. Here's the thing. That's not what he's known for, but that was a bad look, right? But in society, coaches it's been normal practice for coaches to bully athletes. So kids, students, young men, depending on, right? And it's always been looked at like you put these kids in a position. You come to recruit them. You say you want them. And I'm going to get into that too. They come to school, I'm going to teach your child to grow to be a man. And what they do, they try. Some of these coaches don't try to teach them stuff. They more so try to bully them into stuff. And here's a problem. If you had a coach that's a bully, and especially a college coach, I've noticed this over the years. If your college coach is a bully, I haven't ran into now one college coach in the city, in numerous cities I've been in. I've been to even back, the colleges I've been to, the coaches that have reputations for doing scandalous stuff. As an adult, never ran into not one of them. Go to all adult spots that you think all adults ain't to. They don't be there. Grown spots, they don't be there. And I come to this thought. Maybe I'm wrong that they're not there on purpose because they're gonna get fucked up. And the reason I say that is because, see, when a kid has a scholarship, and if you talk crazy to a kid, you bully a kid, you beat a kid, you punch on a kid, you choke a kid, they kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place because they want to beat your ass. But you're going to take away the scholarship, and the parents are like, this, that, and the third. But see, if that's their kid, they don't like that. Now, I said before that I was in college, and I have a certain type of temperament. And I realized this also with certain people that they say were troubled, or they don't follow instructions, or they're uncoachable. Some people are troubled and are not sociable and are uncoachable. But some people are not taking that shit off of nobody like that. Personally, I don't like bullies. I never have. Like, I don't like when you and this might be messed up. I don't care how young or how old you are. If you start talking to me reckless and crazy, my mind goes to a place where I want to hurt you. Because, since you want to be a bully, I'm going to show you. And that could be cold. But in my opinion, if you're a bully, I could be cold with you. It's up to me how to respond. And that's just me as a person. But I've watched this from afar also, where there are coaches who they know that they got the upper hand. Y'all remember when, if you think about not too long ago, when they say Puffy beat up a coach at like UCLA because the coach was riding his son. See, there's a difference between a coach being hard on a kid and a coach really being just trying to bully a kid. And then when he got his ass whipped, all of a sudden, it's Mr. Combs, we might want to sue you, we might want to press assault, your kid can't be on the team type shit. You know why? But I bet you the coach ain't trying to talk the same shit he was talking then. Because these people make money off of these kids. So it's really ironic because it's a topsy-turvy thing, because this is their job, this is their occupation, this is how they make money. But when you're bullying the very kids that make you make money, you literally biting the hand that feeds you. Because them kids is feeding you. It ain't really the other way around. Y'all got to think about this. Sports programs generate a lot of money for universities. The higher up the program, the more people make. You can't have these programs with people making, hundreds of thousands of millions of dollars at these kids' expense. They eating off these kids. You know, their houses, their cars, their clothes, you know, their bank accounts is all off of the kids. But with the auspices, I'm doing you a favor. Not to mention, some of these motherfuckers can't coach no way. Some of this shit is nepotism. Some of it is a friend and family hookup. You know, I put in a good word for my homie over here. He don't know what the fuck he doing, but it don't matter because we all getting paid. That type of thing. If we can recruit a couple of stars, they'll make us look great, and then we'll be coach of the year, but we don't know what we talking about. That happens a lot. You know, I've seen plenty of coaches, you know, who see somebody successful in the sport and then they start recruiting where they think somebody that reminds them of that person because they don't have an eye for talent. They don't know how to coach. And there's a difference. You know, you coach, you learn a person, you coach up a person's strengths, and then you coach up their weaknesses to make them strengths, to make them better. But it's a thing about thinking. You know, thinking, handling your emotions, taking care, you know, thinking fast, processing information at a high speed, you know, preparing people for high intense, high stress situations. So that's why I say you're gonna have to be hard to some people to a degree on some people. You will. But I'm not talking about the people who are hard. You would say like a person like John Thompson was hard. Not a bully. Bobby Knight, bully. You get what I'm saying? Probably let's say Nick Saban was probably hard, but he does not look at as a bully. You know, unfortunately, John Harbaugh is kind of like, depends on who you're talking to. You know what I'm saying? Great coach has a burnout period. You know, I saw a little thing with interview with Le'Veon Bell yesterday, talking about how the organization of the Steelers, they talk down to you. That's, you know, but using this as an example, PJ Carlesimo, for all y'all who don't remember, that was the coach that got choked by Latrell Sprewell. Why? Because PJ Carlesimo was talking to grown men like he was out his goddamn mind, and he had a history of that. But then when he got his ass choked, then all of a sudden, oh no, you can't put your hands on the coach. Fuck all that shit. You know, I remember one of the players was talking about John Gruden, because they call him Chucky, and how he talks crazy to people. One of the players like, you know, he's a little short motherfucker. He's yelling at you and talking crazy to you, and you're thinking to yourself, I'd shake your ass and toss you somewhere. But, you know, that's because and I'm going to tell you, a hard coach is a person who's hard on you for your best interests. A bully is a person who's going in on you for their best interests. And you're going to know the difference, you know. It's just like having a teacher. You know a teacher who's hard on you and who wants you to be as intelligent as possible and get these concepts even though they're difficult to you. And you know the difference between a teacher who's trying to embarrass you, humiliate you, and flunk you, and now you got to just fight to get a good grade. It's the same principle, you know. And just like the same thing I said with the coaches earlier, you don't run into teachers as jerks like that in public a lot. You don't see them, you know, a lot of these people stay in their little bubble. They don't go outside their bubble. Because they're going to see people outside their bubble. You remember me? Yeah, you remember me. You know. And it's, you know, in this situation, it sucks. But you can't ask these kids to, you know, what are these kids going to say? Because coaches have a network. If he says, yeah, you're a bully, they're not going to take him nowhere else. Well, they'll take him somewhere, but it's going to be a problem. It's going to be a problem. And, you know, the parents, some of these parents got to say, look, man, put this scholarship shit aside, whatever. And now I got to go back to recruiting, and then I get this over with. The respect, a lot of coaches, their occupation can be a a highly respected occupation or a highly disrespected occupation, depending, because it's normal practice to recruit a kid, lie to them, you know, tell them all kinds of shit. They get there something completely different, and you just got to deal with it. That's normal practice with them. You know, they say everything in your house. It say everything to your parents, and it'd be a completely different story on the campus. That's a normal practice. You know what I'm saying? It's as long as they get you to commit. You know, it's a normal practice to say it's a family, and then you get hurt. You know, we don't know you no more ever. You know, that type of thing. That's normal practice. So it's not necessarily a respectable job all the time, anyways. So the bully part of it is just part of the mix. But like I said, but these very same type of people don't want people doing the very same thing to their kids if there was somebody in that position, and that's the hypocritical part of it. You know. But I'm done. Like, share, subscribe. Catch you on the next one. Peace.